And what are some of the mistakes that you see people make? Because I can pick out a couple. Like, oh, I have it. I already own the URL. I bought the URL, so I'm protected.
Yep.
Why is a URL insufficient to protect your brand?
There's no policing, bottom line. Anyone can buy a URL, right? And if I am StoryLock Legal, that doesn't prevent somebody from going out and buying the StoryLock Legal, right? Anyone can do that. So there's no mechanism, no board to make sure that no one's infringing on somebody else's mark when you just go and purchase a domain URL. Same goes for registering your business entity. All of my clients, maybe not all of them, 90% of my clients, like, well, I think the mark is clear because I've already registered, right? I've already incorporated. That doesn't mean anything, unfortunately. When you are incorporating your business, there isn't a body that's checking to make sure that the name that you're incorporating under isn't somebody else's business. And one of the reasons for that is likely because a lot of people don't actually operate under their entity names. So for example, my business entity is LB Legal Creative. Because when I was starting, I was like, I'm also a writer. So I was like, I want to do some writing and I want to do some law. I'm just going to call it this. And then if I know that I really want to move forward with my law firm, I'll create my own brand name. So that's not my customer. That's not my forward facing entity. It's just a business name. So those business names, they're not monitored. If you have a trademark with the Patent and Trademark Office, the USPTO, the examining attorneys, almost act as like the police force, right? They're like your first line of defense, because if you have a registered mark, anybody who comes after you with the same or a confusingly similar mark, they're not going to be allowed to register. So that's kind of why, people think, which makes sense, right? We all would think, oh, well, my URL is available, or I registered my domain name, my entity, but that really truthfully doesn't mean anything, which is a hard pill to swallow.
It is. It is. It always is.